other people to join us. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be having a workshop. Thank you all for coming. We are having Father Charles here joining us, giving the permission to have conducting this particular session. I thank Father. We have Mr. Rajiv Kumar from Ovid, who's going to be conducting the session. I'll just give you a brief introduction regarding him. Mr. Rajiv Kumar is a senior training and implementation consultant for Walter Clovis India. He brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to this event. He has conducted numerous workshops and publishing and the use of databases for systematic reviews with organizations. With over 11 years of experience in the publishing industry, Rajiv has worked with renowned organizations, including Elsevier, BMJ, and Walter Clovis. During this workshop, Rajiv will be guiding us through a hands-on experience, and he will share the best practices for utilizing Ovid effectively in the context of systematic reviews and meta-analysis. All of you attendees can expect to gain valuable insights, tips, and strategies for maximizing your research output and efficiency. So any questions, feel free to ask during the session. I request Rajiv, please, to take the stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for giving us this opportunity to interact with the users of St. John's Medical College. And the intent of this session is to empower you on how to perform systematic reviews, literature searches using Ovid platform. I hope you use different ways to find out the literatures related to our research topics or clinical research questions. So we would use those practices, as well as we will take you to Ovid, like how it empowers or give you more insights to it. Before I start, there's a slide which is on the screen. I hope some of you have already received pre-read material. Have you? All of you? That's great. So if you already have it, then we can go ahead with the other part of it. And have you seen this page before? How many of you? Okay, great. And in the pre-read material, there is a mention that you need to sign up also for this page. Have you done your sign up so far? All of you? Great. So now you have access to this page. Great. So if you are on this page, I will have 5 minutes on this page, and then we will go directly to systematic reviews. Your institution is subscribing to a lot of resources from different publishers. And nowadays, the real challenge is when you start your literature search, where to start from. Whether you go to, like here, you can find the various logos of our publishers from which the content is available. Like you can say Medno, Sage, Access Medicine, UpToDate, Clinical Key, and Ovid itself. So now if you need to start a literature search, either you go to respective platforms to search, or you can come to this discovery page. Just start with your clinical topic here, and you will find the results from all the publishers at one place. So you need not to visit different platforms to find out the literature. You just come here and search with your keywords, clinical questions, topics, whatever you have in mind, and you will get all the results from all the publishers at one place. So that's the beauty of this platform. That's the only thing which I want to tell you. For today's session, we will be using Ovid Medline as a database. And to access that, if you already have an access to this platform, just come to databases and click on O. Then you have Ovid Medline. I would request you to kindly respond whenever I ask something, because here I'm not looking for doing a session monotonously where I will be telling you something, because I will be asking you a lot of questions in between. So please be prepared. And as we are in the hands-on workshop, we will be on, we want to be on the same page when I will perform searches and tell you the techniques. So if you are here, you can actually click on Ovid Medline, and then you get access directly to Ovid platform. Then no further ID and password is required. Please raise your hand if anyone does not have access to this particular platform. So this is basically a systematic reviews process where we start with identification, the issue and determine the question. And then we thought of writing a protocol, basically a plan for the review. And then we search for studies and then we extract data from the different studies and access the qualities of the studies, combine the data and discuss and conclude overall findings. Then it leads to systematic reviews and then we further disseminate the information. In today's session, we will focus on this section where we will focus on how to search studies and how to narrow down it to our requirement with using different filters. But before I start this, do you know how to create a clinical research question? Do you use any framework for it? PyCot, okay. How many of you are aware about PyCot? All of you? Okay, great. So I really don't need to spend time on this. This PICO and PyCot is the T is time, population intervention comparator and outcomes. And then this is the research question which we are going to use today as an example to perform a literature search. So among children with minor head injuries, does the use of CT scan affects identification and diagnosis of intracranial hemorrhage? And it itself explain that in this question, population is children with minor head injury, intervention is CT scan. We do not have a direct comparator here like physical, but we can assume that it's a physical examination without CT scan. And then we have identification and diagnosis of intracranial hemorrhage. So if you need to do a literature search on this particular research question, how do you initiate? Where do you go and what would be your first step? As of now, what are you following? Which platform you visit to find out the literature on this topic if you have this topic? PubMed, all of you? That's what I am expecting. Okay, do you start with Google also? No harm, no harm, it's fine. So yeah, so of course you can start with Google. And do you visit Embase? Cochrane? Have you heard about these databases, Embase and Cochrane? Okay, now tell me, if you have the accessibility to these three databases like PubMed, Embase, and Cochrane, which one you follow first to identify literature or find literature for this question? Where would you go first? PubMed? All of you PubMed? Any specific reason why not Embase? Okay, out of these three, which is the largest biomedical database? PubMed? Cochrane? Why Cochrane? That's why I said that I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. So okay, if you go PubMed, do you know how many journals you are searching when you go to PubMed? Yes. How many, ma'am? Any numbers to it? Tentative numbers? See, how do you define which is the largest? Either the number of journals indexed in the database, correct? Otherwise, what is the criteria on which you are saying this is largest, that is largest? So just for the information, Embase is the largest biomedical database. Embase has more than 8,000 journals indexed in it. And PubMed has approximately 5,000 journals indexed in it. So when you are going to PubMed and searching for the literature, you are actually getting results from those 5,000 journals. Similarly, when you go to Embase, you will get results from 8,000 journals. Now, Embase, which has 8,000 journals, amongst them, the 5,000 are from PubMed. Means Embase has taken 5,000 journals from PubMed into Embase. So the 5,000 plus 3,000, that includes total number like 8,000 in Embase. Now tell me, like when I say all the Medline or PubMed journals are part of Embase, then do I need to search PubMed or should I go directly to Embase? 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 Okay, fine. Logically, your answer is right, but practically not, because Cochrane Handbook of Systematic Review suggests that when you are doing a systematic reviews, you should browse at least 3 databases. One is Medline, then is Embase and Cochrane itself. But what is the reason behind it? So before we go directly into it, I would like to show another section just for the information, so that next time when you think about systematic reviews or literature search on databases, you have an informed decision. Okay. So I would like to introduce here one of us, which is very happy to see you all. Now the question is, which database one should use for biomedical research? I think I have already answered. We have these 3 sources available, which is Embase, Medline, and Cochrane. But another few questions are like, which is the largest biomedical database? In which database should I search first? And are there any tools available to make this process easier? Now imagine you have 2 types of clinical question. One is, what are the clinical manifestation of menopause? And another question is metformin monotherapy for adults with type 2 diabetes mellitus. Now, we have these 3 databases available. Which one is your first choice for what are the clinical manifestation of menopause? So if this is the question, which are the clinical manifestation of menopause, which database would you choose? Embase, Medline, or Cochrane? And similarly, you can tell me for next other question also, like metformin monotherapy. Would you start with Embase or Medline or Cochrane? Or how do you decide? Yes, ma'am. Start with Cochrane. Okay. Yeah, that's already systematic reviews which are done are part of Cochrane. So you can refer that. That's a good starting point. But if you have to do something from the scratch, then Embase. Okay. Yeah, of course, we need to search all of them, but I'm asking which should be the first go to the database, basically. Now, I think you are saying Embase because I mentioned you that 8,000 journals are indexed in it, correct? Is that the reason? Okay, so let's dig into it. That's the recommendation for Cochrane Handbook of Systematic Reviews, which we have already discussed, that we need to use these 3 databases. Another question is, should we run searches in all database and combine them? That we come. But let's talk about this Embase, which I mentioned that it has more than 8,000 journals indexed in it from 96 countries. And it is indeed a largest biomedical database, but their algorithm or the focus is more on pharmacology and toxicology, or journal clinical medicine and genetics and biochemistry. So when you use Embase, the thesaurus for Embase or algorithm for Embase is designed in such a way that it gives you more optimum results when you have a drug molecule included in your research topic, or you want to understand something on pharmacology, pharmacokinetics, or pharmacodynamics, something related to it. So very simple is, if you have a clinical research question which has something related to drug or a molecule or drug induced something or action of a drug, then your choice should be Embase first. But if you have a completely clinical driven question, then your first choice should be Medline. So if you want to study something on omeprazole, then you should start with Medline, Embase. And if you have something like we have the other topic of menopause one, which one was that? Yeah, clinical manifestation of menopause. In this case, we should start with Medline. So I hope now you understand which database we need to start with. And this is how the overlap happens, which I already mentioned. The 5,000 journals from Medline is now part of Embase. But now another question is, as we said that all of Medline is already part of Embase, why there is a requirement to search in different databases? Because one is the thesaurus is different. Do you know what is the thesaurus for PubMed? You might heard about MASH terms, medical subject heading, MESH. Yes, that is the thesaurus for PubMed or Medline. And in Embase, similarly, we have a thesaurus like EMTRE, EMTREE, EMTRE. So when these thesaurus, when we search in PubMed, and for example, if you are searching for cryotherapy, when I search for cryotherapy, I will get the articles on cryotherapy, instrumentation, methods, and psychology, all three together in one search. But if I go to Embase and search for cryotherapy, then I will get only articles for cryotherapy, not for instrumentation, not for methodology. That's how the keywords assigned or subject headings assigned to the articles in different databases are different. That's why there is a need for searching in different databases and combining the results. Okay, so we'll understand it more while going to the platform. So let's move from here. So I hope all of you are on this page right now. Anyone who is not on this page? Or maybe anyone on this page? Okay, so if you are on this page also, that's fine. And what I request everyone, if you are on this page, you can actually use this change. Use this change and come on this page. All of us are on this page now? No? You are on this page, and if you are on this page, please go to databases, click on O or all maybe, and just click on this Ovid Medline. If you are on sgmc.ovidds.com, just go to databases, click on O, click on Ovid Medline. And then you will come on this page. So now we are on this page. Okay, fair enough. Please feel free to raise your hand if you are not aligned or not on the same page, so that we have our representatives here from Wolters Kluwer as well as from library. They can help you out to be on the same page, because we will be doing a lot of searches, and I want everyone to be on the same page. So from here, just to introduce the platform, this is search history panel. Whatever we will do, everything will be recorded here. If it is closed, if it is appearing like this, please use this arrow downwards so that you can see what we are doing here. And then it has different types of searches available. We will be using advanced search today because whenever you use any abstract and indexing database, we are using Medline. So everything, whatever we will do, will be happening in advanced search. And make sure that here under resources selected, you see Ovid Medline all. There should not be anything else. It should be Ovid Medline all only. If you are seeing something else, just click on this change button and use this option, select and continue. And then you will be on this same page here. Keep this document handy. So here we are. As we have seen, this is our clinical research question. And we have divided into 4 components, that is population, intervention, comparator, and outcome. Population is children with minor head injuries. Okay, so we will start with population, then we will go to intervention. We do not have direct comparison, so we avoid putting any superficial comparison, and then just we will go for outcomes. So from here, For each expect, I will call population as expect 1, similarly intervention as expect 2, expect 3, expect 4. And when we go to for a literature search for expect 1 or 2 or 3 and 4, for each expect, we will perform these 4 steps. The first step is map keyword with subject headings. Second is perform keyword search without mapping it with subject headings, and then perform synonym searches and combine step 1, 2, and 3. Just keep this handy and we'll start then. So here our population is children with minor head injury. So I'm just typing the keyword minor head injury. We are in advanced search. We are using Ovid Medline all, and in the advanced search, you would be able to see this map term to subject heading, and we have type in minor head injury. So the moment you will click on search, make sure this is checked, and you click on search, you would be able to see this page. Are you? All of you? Okay. So on this page, you will find these 3 options. One is explode, focus, and scope. Now tell me, we are using minor head injuries as a keywords where says Medline has a craniocerebral trauma as a subject heading for it. Okay. This is a MASH term basically. Craniocerebral trauma. Can you suggest me some synonyms for craniocerebral trauma? What else can be used for craniocerebral trauma? Traumatic brain injury. What else? Skull injury. Okay. Anything else? So when you do literature search, do you just go directly with the topic which you have or clinical research question you have, or do you use synonyms to search? Synonyms. And how do you find those synonyms? Right now, we got 3 synonyms as of now. Is that enough, or do you take help? I just want to understand what is the process you follow to find out those synonyms. Okay, no worries. So here in the scope note, you just click on this I information. And here we have used for terms. So craniocerebral trauma can be expressed in these ways also. These are all your synonyms. Didn't find it? Sorry, ma'am. Use your mind. What did I click? Just this I. So these used for terms are your synonyms, which we are going to use for our step number 3. Okay. There are a lot of synonyms available here. Going back, just go back and come on the same page here. Now there is an option for explode and focus. So before I explain explode and focus, let me take you to the craniocerebral trauma. Just click on the heading craniocerebral trauma to understand how it is being placed within the MASH index. Craniocerebral trauma is part of cerebrovascular trauma, where we have craniocerebral trauma, and which includes brain injuries and other like coma, post-head injury, cranial nerve injury, facial injuries, skull fractures. If you are completely interested only in craniocerebral trauma, then you can use this focus option. Then it will give you the results like 23,982 results only. But before you decide whether I should use focus and explode, let me share one thing with you. In the you need to understand when an indexer in Medline or PubMed receive an article, when he reads the article, and if the major concept of an article is about craniocerebral trauma, then it will give heading as craniocerebral trauma. But if any article which may include facial injuries, cranial nerve injuries as a major concept, then that particular article will not be covered under this craniocerebral trauma, because that have other subject headings here. Okay. So to cover all the aspect of it, it is always advisable to begin with a larger data set. Okay. So when I use explode option, this is explode, I will get to 23,000 results plus all of these, which is related to craniocerebral trauma. So we'll start with explode option. So to start with a larger data set. Any questions here? No, 23,000 is not a sum of it. 23,000 is only related to craniocerebral trauma. And now this craniocerebral trauma also includes brain injuries, cerebrospinal fluid leak, coma, post-head injuries, and follow on. But if I use focus, then it will show me the only focused result on craniocerebral trauma. It will exclude the results on brain injuries, which is somehow related to craniocerebral trauma. It cannot be total because here itself the total number is 57,494. Is it clear? Any doubts? Please be open in asking anything, whatever comes to your mind. Okay. So here we are using explode option for a larger data set and just click on continue. The craniocerebral trauma is a major subject heading. Now, but we have subheadings also. Within the craniocerebral trauma, what exactly you want to know about it? Is it surgery or mortality or classification or complications? Like that. So if you're 200% sure about it, then only choose these subheadings. Otherwise, for a systematic reviews, just consider including all. You don't need to click on including all subheadings. If you don't choose any specific ones and click on continue, system automatically indicates that you wanted to see results of all. So we get 1,83,915 results. How many of you received the same? Yes? No? How many of you are working together with me? Okay. Did you get these results? Anyone who did not receive these results? Here on the top, search history. If you close this, it is like this. If you open this, it is like here. Okay. This section is very important. Everything what we are going to do will be captured here, and this is utmost important for us. Okay. Anyone who is not on this page? Yes, ma'am. Dinesh? You are also not on this page. Okay, I will recap very quickly because we need to finish it up also. So we are in advanced search. We have Ovid Medline as a resource. I just type minor head injury. Map term to subject heading should be checked in, and then search. So when you search, this craniocerebral trauma will appear. Click on explode and click on continue. And then again, you need to click on continue. Just continue from here and click on continue. Then you will get the results. Okay. With this, what we have done so far is we are working on population as of now, and we have done this map keyword with subject headings. So our population aspect is completed for literature search, or do we need to do anything else? Is it done? How many of you say no? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Anyone who feels that we are done with population? Some of you raise your hand in no when I said. So I think there are people who are not at either side. Please be vocal and open about it. So we have not done yet. We have just done minor head injury search as a population, but we have 3 more steps to do. And I will explain you why these other steps are important. So first step is done, which is map keyword with subject headings. Now let's do another one. So we will use the same keywords. Either you can use this craniocerebral trauma. I just copy the keywords from here, put in here. Again, we are in advanced search. We are in one Ovid Medline. And this time we need to uncheck this because we don't want to map it to subject heading now. Can anybody tell me why we are doing this? Makes sense. So she has rightly said that why we are doing this, because as I mentioned in the beginning, if an article has a major concept of craniocerebral trauma, then only the subject heading has been given to it. But there could be many articles which have something related to craniocerebral trauma, not extensively, but something about it that will be captured in this our keyword search. I hope I'm clear to all. Okay, great. So from here, let's click on search. So again, advanced search, craniocerebral trauma as a keyword, unchecking this map term to subject heading, click on search. Tell me what number you got. Okay, great. This side at the back. 25,000? Okay, great. Let me see if I get the right. So yeah, 25,239. Okay, fair enough. Now we are done. Yes? No. So now what is the next step? You also have mic. So what is the next step? Synonym search, correct. So in my pre-read document, I have given you one search string here, like this one. I just give you the concept and tell you how to create this. But for your specific research questions, you need to try yourself. You have this pre-read document, everyone? So if you have that document, you can easily copy paste. Otherwise, just type in. Okay. Now let me explain what is this search string about. Can anybody explain before I explain if you already know about it? With this search string, what we are trying to find out? What type of articles we are trying to find out? Any of these words, correct. So what are the words, ma'am? Okay, let me explain. So here you can see, did you remember like we have checked synonyms? What kind of words were there in synonym? Yeah, I told you I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Yes, correct. Occipital trauma, head injury. Yes, all of those. So this search string is actually created by using those synonyms only. So next time when you search for your specific research question, just go to the scope note and keep it in a mind that that scope note where the synonyms are mentioned has to be used in this search string. Now I will explain what we are trying to find out here. Here is word like head, forehead, cranie. And then I am using this truncation mark, which is star. So it will pull up all those words like cranial, cranium, or something else. Like the stem word should be cranie, and then whatever ends that will also picked up. Then I am also trying to find out skull, occipital, and I'm using or as a boolean operator, so it will pick up any of these words. Then I'm using also injure, which again truncation mark, which is injury, injuries, injured, like that, or trauma. Okay. So one more thing which I'm using here, which is adjacency 1. Now, what is the significance of it? I don't want my article in which head is appearing in the title and trauma or injury is appearing in the results. Will you be fine with it? Because we are trying to find out those articles in which head injury should appear together. Head trauma should appear together. Cranial injury should appear together, or cranial trauma should appear together. I hope I am making sense. Correct? So how we ensure that those words should appear together, or what is in between those two words? So this is one set of word where we are trying head injury, head trauma, forehead injury, forehead trauma, cranium injury or trauma, skull trauma, skull injury hospital. Like, can see how many words we have captured in this string. But to ensure that they come together, we are using adjacency one operator. If I am fine with putting one more word in between head and injury, then I can increase this one to 2. Similarly, if you are fine with having more than 2 words, then you can increase this like 3. Because in this situation, I don't want any other words. That's why I'm using just one, which will only allow a space between these 2 words. But maybe in your topic, when you do literature search, it would be a requirement that you need one more word in between 2 words. Then in that scenario, you can change this number of adjacency 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, whatever is your requirement. Any doubts? All clear? All clear in the sense you understand, or all clear? Okay, fair enough. So everybody has this search string and then just search. It does not matter if you click on map term to subject heading or do not click it, because it is anyways going to give you direct results. Just click on search. How many results you got? 54,715. Now imagine out of these 3 steps, what we have done. If we have not done any single step, did we miss anything? So, for example, if I use only first step, there is a possibility that I will miss something from it. And maybe once we combine the result, then you will understand it more. Tell me, now I need to combine this. What Boolean operator should I use? And or? Raise your hand who says or. 5, 6. And or, and who says and? Okay. Why and? So let me explain quickly. These are the 3 steps which we have done. If I use and, I'm telling system to show me the articles which has all 3 criteria into it. Do we want that? We are fine if the results coming from craniocerebral trauma, is it coming from synonyms, or is it coming just from keyword? Correct? So that's why or is required here. So we need to combine this with or. So now see total results is 1,97,000 results. So imagine if we have missed out any of these steps, we probably, if I have gone through with this step only, I have very less results, just 25,000. If I use this, then only 54,000 result. If I use this, number is high, but even though we missed something from these as well. That's why we need to combine 1,90,000, these 3 steps. So are we done with the population now? Anyone who has not seen these results? No? So you will not enjoy until unless you do with me together. If you have any problems, let us know, or we will help you out. Yes, that's my previous question, but right now I'm asking whether they are on the same page or not. I will come to that part. Everyone is able to see these numbers? Anybody who is not able to see? I can come and check do the inspection also in between. You're not able to see. Okay. Dinesh, if you are done, then please this side. Uh, till where you are able to see, are you able to, are you done this step, sir? This is done? These three are available to you? Second one you did not find? 800 results. So what, just select the second one and click on remove. Click the second one, click on remove. And then just follow this. Put it here, enter the keyword like this. Okay. We are in advanced search. Do not use this. Uncheck. If this is already ticked, uncheck this and then simply search. You got 25239. Can you help at the back if you are, or you yourself did not get it? Okay. Any volunteers? Could I get any volunteers who can help others if they are fine? Sir, may I request you to help that guy in the back? Is it fine for you? Next. And the ma'am as well. This side, do you also need help, ma'am? Are you able to see the results? Okay, perfect. Sir, are you able to see? Not? Okay, I believe now most of us are on the same page. From here, our population is completed? No? Okay, why not? Children is left. Correct. So we'll park the children for now and we'll cover it little later. But on the population, we have just covered minor head injuries so far. What is our next intervention? CT scan. That's our intervention. So what first step is required? Map term to subject heading. Make sure you are in advanced search. Type in CT scan. Check this box. No. It's nothing case sensitive. Yes,
Can I
sir.
ask, does it take CT and scan or CT or scan? How does it take?
It will just take, give you the subject heading when you put, there is no and, no or. We are not putting anything right now. We will come to that part. So CT scan map term to subject heading. When you click on search, it will come tomography X-ray computed. This is our subject heading. Just select this. Click on explode. We just put CT scan and then click on continue search. And then we are here. We selected tomography X-ray computed. Use explode. If you want to see synonyms, where would you go? Scope. That I'm not going, you can go later on, just to save some time. Okay. Then after this, make sure this you have this explode button checked in. Click on continue. And until unless we are 100% sure what exactly we need about CT scan, we are not choosing any subheadings here, just clicking on continue again. Question? What do you want, ma'am? No, that's not required. By default, if I do not choose any specific one and click on continue, by default, it will consider as all. So just click on continue. Tell me the results you got. Don't get fearful with it. So many results are coming. Don't worry. When we complete our entire research question, we will have a very focused results. Okay. Next one is what? CT scan without mapping. Uncheck advanced search, CT scan, again the same keywords. Uncheck this map term to subject heading and click on search. You might got how much? 71,615 results. Anyone who is not getting this? I don't know. I doubt, ma'am, you are working on it or not. Okay. Are all of us on the same page? Okay. Great. So now the synonym. By now, I think you must be thinking, oh, it's very easy. Now it's all done. Isn't it? Okay. Same 4 steps we need to do for each expect, but there is little more to it. So we'll try to complete it as soon as possible, and then we'll go into the next part of it. So again, I'm using this search string. You can either copy from your, these search strings are done, taken from scope notes only. Anybody would like to explain like what we are trying to find out in this? Okay. That's why I asked somebody to explain, and then I will explain. Computer generated tomography. Something like that. Adjacency 2. When I use adjacency 1, only space can come. I am leveraging that if there is an article which says computer or computed assisted tomography like that, that will also appear. Did you get it? With
Yeah, I just think, sir, computerized tomography is a standard international nomenclature. So adjacency 1 would yield more results.
Okay, so here when I am using adjacency 2, it will always show me the results which has adjacency 1. It will also show me the results which has adjacency 2. So that will give me more results. That's how it is. Yes, ma'am. Of course, that's your topic. I told you how to get the synonyms. And then it's, I think in your school you have read means solve that BODMAS bracket of BODMAS. Have you heard about it? You need to use the same thing here. Yeah, BODMAS. Only thing is, okay. So here we are trying to find out computer, computed, computing, and then with an adjacency to chromatography or CT or CAT or adjacency 1 scan, like that. Scan, scanner, scanning, something like that. And then I'm going to search. All of you have already typed in this search string. Anyone is still in progress? Okay, fine, search. Tell me the results, please. Okay, lot of results. Tell me the Boolean operator I need to use. Anyone who suggests me to use AND? No one? Okay, fine. So I go with the masses, click on OR. What's next? So we got 7,78,000 results on CT scan after combining these 3 steps. Quickly, we will go to our last part, which is outcome. We are not using any comparator here because we do not have a very explicit comparator mentioned in our research question. So what is that? Our fourth aspect is intracranial hemorrhage. First is map term to subject heading. Make sure you are in advanced search. And I'm just using intracranial hemorrhage here with map term to subject heading. Click on search. Anybody has already done it? Anybody else who has already done it? Anything means I think you can use this HEMORRHAGES. I will tell you about this spelling part also in the next step. Don't worry. We will not leaving anything which will not give us the results. Okay. So here same the intracranial hemorrhage is our main subject heading. Explode. Continue. Now tell me the results. Who has already done it? There is one step which I need to tell here. So you have already jumped up. No worries, I will tell you still, but we can cover it later on. If you have already done it, that's fine. No problem. I understand this. See, every time I was telling you that if you're 2000% or 200% clear that what specific you need from your topic like intracranial hemorrhage, what exactly we want to understand about intracranial hemorrhage? Diagnosis. So we have a subheading like diagnosis. We can use this. Now, for now, do not use this because we want everyone to be on the same page. Some of you have already done it, so I want numbers to be remain same. Okay, so I'm not using it now here. I'm just going with the same, but I just wanted to tell you that there is a provision. This is how, in this situation, you can use these subheadings. Let's click on continue without selecting diagnosis. And the results are total, as you said, 82,723 results. After this, again, we need to do same intracranial hemorrhage in the keyword, mapping it without 2 subject headings. Uncheck this option and click on search. Results, please. Results from the back. 9,000. This side, have you seen any results? I'm getting 7,500. 9,000. At the back, is it 7,000? 9,000. Okay. As you say, I will match up it to your records. So 9,952 records we got. Last one is what? Synonyms. So again, you can take help of this, but maybe in your specific topics, please use scope notes. Ma'am, answer to your question of hemorrhages, here we are using this question mark. Okay. So we just make sure that every word is captured, British or US, both ones. The rest, I think, is clear. Sorry, ma'am. Asterisk, hemorrhage, hemorrhages, like that. So what is the results? How many this side? Okay, let's see. So (44, 312). So are we done with this? So now we need to combine 9, 10, and 11 by, yes, ma'am. Last one, you have the search string. Do you have the search string, or you can copy it from the document if you have it? Just use this, copy it, put it in the search box, and then search. Did you get it, ma'am? You got it. Great. So now we are combining 9, 10, and 11 by and. Or okay. Now I will listen to you only. Or okay, fine. So from here, we have captured 3 aspects. One is population, other one is intervention and outcome. Now our final data set for population is this 4. Correct? And our next data set for intervention is 8. And similarly, we have 12. Tell me, or and? Not or? Great. So and, use and, just click on 8, 4, 8, 12 and just combine with and. 5,000 results, 5,904. Are we done? Are we done? So, are we done? What about population? What about diagnosis? Children? So we are not yet done. Okay, so we are done with the major concept of intervention, population, and population intervention and outcomes. But now we need to refine the results for children and diagnosis. So we have additional limits here. This limit, if it is closed, just click on this arrow and you will find more limits here. Limits. Are you able to find these limits? Okay. So when you click on additional limits, click on additional limits, please. In that row, additional limits, are you able to see additional limit? No? Okay. At the back, who is able to see additional limits? Can you help the girl in the back? Got it? Okay, fine. Sorry, I need to ask you this because otherwise it will take a lot of time if I come. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So just click on additional limits. Here on this page, scroll it down. Are we all on the same page? So here on this page, you find a lot of additional filters like age group. So if your topic is about infant, you can use infant, child, adults, newborn infant, different age groups are mentioned here. So I'm just using all child, 0 to 18, under age groups. All child. Then we are also bothered about or required a diagnosis part to it. So under this clinical queries, we have developed a special hedges or search string in association with McMaster universities. If your topic is about reviews, therapy, diagnosis, you can use diagnosis. There are three aspects. First is sensitivity. If you are looking for very focused result, and there is a balance between specificity and sensitivity, but I will use here maybe specificity for a larger one. And then if you have, there are further filters available. If you have more requirements like this status filter actually gives you the various stages of articles being indexed in PubMed. So if you are very into advanced stage of systematic reviews, or you want to see only the data in review or in process like that, if you deeply understand this, then only use this, otherwise no requirement. By default, it will capture everything. Then there's a publication type. If you are into clinical trials, case reports, like this, so you can narrow down your results on these type of results also. It will have different type of studies, editorials, guidelines, lecture, legal legislations, like this. So I'm just showing you this so that this topic probably may not require these filters, but maybe your topic require some additional filters. So for now, I'm using just two filters. One is age group, another one is clinical queries, in which I have used diagnosis and limited search. Is specificity, second one. So from 5904, we come down to 50. And if you want to see whether these articles has our related keywords which have used, just go to this, scroll it down, come here into the complete reference. You can see all the words which we have been searching so far is part of this article. Either that is in the part of abstract, or you will find in the subject headings here. See the skull fracture, diagnostic imaging, everything. So this will give you the focus results. Easy? Just one person said yes. No, actually it is very easy. It's just the very first step. See, three types of searches we need to run. Who are already embedded. Keyword search, nothing has to be, the same keyword need to be. Only catch is on the search string, synonyms. Rest system will do everything on its own. Synonym also is not very difficult. Like you can see the scope, you just need to combine the search string. Okay. So are we done with the topic now? Are we done with our clinical research question? See, yes. I will explain. So for this particular search, we need Medline as a database because there is no drug molecule included in it. But if we have a drug molecule, we can use multiple databases. I will give you, like, I don't want to touch upon this because that's more of commercial selling part. But right now the challenge is, if you use three databases, you go to three different databases, platforms, and then search and combine the citations and remove the duplicates. Correct? But if your institution right now, Ovid Medline is available to you, but Ovid provides more than 100 databases on the same platform. So you don't need to learn different interfaces, ways of searching. Just one way you need to search, and then you can combine the results from Embase, Cochrane, APA, PsycInfo, whatever databases you want to have on the Ovid platform. But it requires different subscription model, basically. So I will show you like, yeah, no, Medline is subscribed by your institution, what I'm saying. It is available under your institution subscription. Okay. But before I end up, there are a lot of other features also, like once we do the literature search, it's not a one-day job. Like today, I spent around an hour for this. How would you know tomorrow what is new publication happening on the same criteria? What will you do? Come again, do the same thing. Same searches, save search, then okay. That's smart. Okay, here, first thing I will say, if you want to share this search with anyone who's co-authoring with you or want to share these results, just click on share search history. It gives you wonderful features. Like if you use this email or search history, it's very simple. You just add the email of the person and all the steps will be delivered to him as an email. But I am really fascinated about these two. If you copy search history link, it creates a URL, a website like URL for the searches what we have done today. So if I go to the new browser, or if you share this URL with someone, just like this. The system will automatically run all the searches for that person who received this search string. He has nothing to do. System will run all the steps, what we have done in the session today. So he will see the final steps like this. See, 50 results. Is it useful? Okay, another thing, when you submit your research, sometimes publication houses ask for the annexure, the way how you reach out to that particular data set of the literature, or what steps you have taken to find out the cross references. So in that scenario, you can use again this share search history, use this copy search history details, and open a Word document. And now you have all the steps mentioned here with the filters, keywords, whatever you have used, along with the database, what you have used. So you can create this as an annexure and submit in your publication. Not only this, as I was mentioning that if you need to retrieve the results, you can actually save spend from here. This section is very important. Just select all and click on save. Here it will ask for ID and password. Now the ID and password, right now, if you are browsing Ovid Medline, that's through your institutional subscription. But to save it something, you need to create your own personal account. Okay. So that once you come to this page, you need to come here and create account. So here you can enter details like this. Enter your email address. So once you click the account, create the account, it will give you option to save the searches like permanent, temporary, auto alert, and you can create a folders also. So I'm just showing you auto alert here, and you can put some name to it. Maybe I'm just saying test SJMC, but you can have specific to the subject, and you can add comments as well. Now it gives you a lot of options here, like what frequency you want to see the results, on quarterly basis, monthly basis, every other week. And it also gives you on which day of the week. If you are talking about week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like this, you can select It gives you three options to get the results, either as an email, on email, RSS feed, or under your projects. You can add multiple emails here by adding comma. And it also gives you information whether you want it as a HTML or as an attachment. So I've put for HTML. You can use this report type. Here, under this, you can actually custom the information what you want to see in the email. Can you help me with the article? Like how many fields are there in article? Are you aware about different fields of article? Abstract, author affiliation. What else? Keywords. Yeah, so many things. So if you want to see specific information, all these fields are available here. You can select, like, I want to see abstract, or maybe author name ID, or whatever other information. There are many fields available. Every databases index different types of fields, so you can actually select what exactly you want to see out of this, or else just go with the default ones. Complete reference will capture every field. So you can use complete reference and save. So here you get alert setup. So we have set for every other week on Wednesday. So today is Thursday. So next Wednesday and next to next Wednesday, I will get a notification that these new articles are published under your search criteria. But if you cannot wait till the Wednesday, you just need to come back on the platform, go to my workspace, go under my searches and alerts. Here you will find test your searches, just select it and run. Then at that point of time, you will get the articles which are newly published before your last search, means after your last search, sorry. Then one more thing, do you use citation manager tools? Which one? Web of Science. No, that's not a citation manager tool. That's a bibliographic database. Like Mendeley, EndNote, Zotero. Yes. Yeah. So if you have these 50 citations available, if you want to manage it into citation manager tool, just select all, or I'm not sure what is the allowed limit we have set for your account, but we can increase it based on the requirement, whatever you have. We can go from 1 to 25,000 in one go. So if you have more requirement, just let us know. Right now, I don't know how much is being set up for you, but I'm just showing you with 2 articles here. Select the articles which you want to download, go to export, and you have all the formats available here for your citation managers. Like either you can download it to Word, Excel format, various other formats are also available. Okay. Any questions you have? If you want to save it. Is it useful? Okay, great. So I think that would be all from my side. Okay, I have mentioned about multiple databases. So let me show you quickly. So we host more than 100 plus databases on Ovid, which includes like Ovid Medline, Embase, Cochrane, AP Psychinfo, Northern Light, Biosys, and many more, EconLit, Alternative Medicines, nursing databases, so many more. I will quickly show you the application of it, how it works, so that you have an idea. Ovid itself removes all the duplicate and you can search multiple databases in one go. Now I'm not using yours, means St. John's Access. I'm using mine because to show you other databases available. So here I'm going to combine multiple databases like Medline, which we have used today, Embase, this is Cochrane. So I will use all Cochrane and continue. So now I'm going to search in three databases as recommended by Cochrane Handbook of Systematic Reviews, which includes all the sections of Cochrane plus Embase plus Medline. So imagine we have a keyword like minor head injuries. So if I click here and search for minor head injury, search. So it will show me from which databases, how many results are appearing. So total result we get here is like 1917, for example. So it is showing me like how many results are from Embase, what is from 818, and like this. And we can remove duplicate. So we go to deduplicate. We can set up a priority, like out of these databases, we want to keep COVID Medline results on the top priority, maybe second we can give to Embase, and third accordingly we can give to CDSR like this. And we can also find out full text and abstract and then continue. So from 1917, it will be going to reduce to 1205, and again then it will show you the unique results from these databases. So that's only possible if you have all the databases on Ovid itself. But for now, I don't want to create any confusions. You have Ovid Medline, which you can use from St. John Medical sjmc.ovidds.com. Come to databases, and then from here you can use Ovid Medline. And this is a library portal. You can start your search for any articles, book chapter, everything is integrated here. So you can start from here. So that would be all from my side for today. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy. Otherwise, I think it's now time to leave for you guys also. I think 4:30 is around the corner. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks a lot. Just a second. In case you stuck somewhere and you need any kind of help. So for that, I'm sharing my credentials. Now,
We arrange snacks and coffee. Please have it and go. Okay.
do you want a picture? Take it. That's my email and phone number. In case you stuck somewhere, you need any help, I'm more than happy to assist you.
Good evening. Thank you, everyone. Please coming here and make sense. Thank you, Rajiv sir. Make sensitive our students and faculty. From our side, we give a gratitude to Rajiv sir. Please have it from our side. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. If you want any sessions like this, please contact us. We can make it, we can, sir will come twice in a year, no problem. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your coming and make out.
Just want to inform for everyone, the whole session has been recorded, so we'll try our best to share it with you all. We'll be sending it through the same notification that we had sent earlier, where the poster was sent out. It will benefit everyone who has attended as well as those who have missed it. Thank you. Please have coffee and tea and snacks, which has been served just behind the auditorium. Thank you.